What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of Sonic Unleashed. Last episode, we watched Eggman defeat Sonic and take the energy of the Chaos Emeralds and awaken Dark Gaia. Now, we are looking for someone who knows about Dark Gaia so we can beat him and get the energy to the Chaos Emeralds so we can beat Eggman as well. All timestamps and parts to this video will be in the description below. Anyway, continuing from the last part, the professor who was kidnapped by Eggman has been taken to Missouri in Africa. So Tails and Sonic will go there to pretty much save him. So I'm going to go ahead and explain my issue with Sonic Unleashed. Now I'm going to say this first. I do not hate this game. I actually love this game. From this what I've been playing, it's actually been really fun. However, it is fundamentally flawed by one thing, and that is pacing. It's repetition too, but basically pacing of the game. It does not let you stay in the fun long. And what I mean by that is the switch between daytime and nighttime levels are so drastically different that it takes you out of it. When you're playing a daylight mission, you're going really fast, you're going every fucking where. When you do nighttime, you're moving slow, you're just picking up stuff, you're punching things, and you're doing that over and over and over. That's literally it. And upgrading Sonic stats so that way you can get through the level faster, so that way you can go right to daylight missions. And I say that because that's what I'm literally doing. Now, I get what they were trying to do. I understand. They were trying to add variety and give the game more depth. But the way it's placed in the game completely breaks the pacing. You go from fast, adrenaline-filled daytime Sonic to slow combat platforming and really long levels, and that shift doesn't feel refreshing. It feels like the game slamming the brakes. On top of that, the night stages start to feel repetitive with the same combat rooms, the same enemies, and the same structure, and the game forces you to play them too much, too often, and for too long. It's not that the Werehog is terrible, it's that the pacing around it makes the whole experience feeling exhausting instead of exciting. And because of this, nighttime missions are missions that I genuinely don't like doing because as fun as they could really have been, I can't have fun because the pacing, it's too long. Now, this is just my opinion. If you have a different opinion, I would love to hear it, but for me, that's just what I think. Anyway, I'm going to continue now. Okay, after doing that last level, we now show up to save Professor Pickle, who is trapped by Eggman again. And he tells us before we escape pretty much, because I couldn't stop looking at his eyebrows the entire time, but he asks us to grab these documents out of this vault, and they are the ancient scrolls or whatever, the ancient script to the Dark Gaia, which is basically explaining that Dark Gaia was around like for a good minute, and he's within the Earth's core, and that the reason why he's not as powerful as he should be now is because Dr. Eggman gave him a premature wake-up call. So now it's basically getting the Chaos Emeralds to their natural form so we can make sure that Dark Gaia does not reach that stage. After that, Eggman goes to Missouri to pretty much try to figure out where is the place that the Gaia manuscript tells you about, pretty much, that you're supposed to put the Chaos Emerald so it gives them the energy. So he asks the villagers, but they're refusing to tell him because he has a bunch of robots and probably because he's a white guy and they don't really trust him. And so Sonic comes in to pretty much defend them, and Sonic lets Eggman get away. I don't know why he did it, but yeah, he lets him get away, which is stupid. Now, daytime levels in Sonic Unleashed is where the game genuinely shines. I'm not going to say it doesn't shine during nighttime, but it shines ever so brighter in daytime. This is where the real fun for me. But the thing is, the daytime levels are honestly the best part of Sonic Unleashed. And when they work, they feel incredible. The speed, the music, the visuals, everything comes together. Now, I will say I do come from playing Sonic Generations, so I had to remind myself that Unleashed is the predecessor and that a lot of what I love in Generations exists because of this game. So I try to judge Unleashed as its own experience and not just compare it. But even doing that, I still notice the same fundamental problem. The controls aren't consistent enough to support the speed. Sometimes the drift doesn't register, sometimes the speed sends you flying into walls, and you lose momentum not because you messed up, but because the game didn't respond the way it should. Moments like in a future level where it's going to be in Holuska pretty much. There's like an ice tunnel, and it's like I'm boosting and I'm trying to hold drift, but it's not really working, and so I fall, and it takes me out of the fun. So even in the sections that are supposed to be the most exciting, the game ends up fighting the player, and that makes the daytime stages more frustrating than they should be. And that also is, for me, is why I can't put this game higher than Generations. I could put it second too, but I can't put it above Generations because these fundamental problems for me. This may not be your opinion to the game. I don't expect everyone to have the same mindset or opinion that I have. I know there will be people who will say that it's skill issue. But whether you think it's skill issue or not doesn't take away from the experience that I have playing this game. I do really love these levels that I've played in this video specifically, as they were genuinely fun and challenging. And even though you can notice some of the lag because this game does not have a good port ever for new generation consoles, you could really see how good this game looks, how fun it is, how beautiful it is. And I'm glad that I've actually been able to experience this now more than ever. But I do wish this game was better than Generations by a really long time, because the stuff in here is really cool. This takes way more steps. And you know, Generations isn't a perfect game either, in my opinion. It's nowhere near. And one of the biggest things that stopped me from like fully saying it's the best the best Sonic game, because to me, of course, it's my number one favorite, but it has its flaws, and that one flaw could really just be Planet Wisp, because that's just a terrible level. I hate Planet Wisp. It can go to hell. I genuinely hate Planet Wisp. But you get my point. This game is good. Same as Generations. They're both just have a one fundamental flaw, and that is just the pacing. Pacing for Generations is just at one level. It's like one of the final levels. For this game, it's the levels whether it's day or night.
Hey, game.
Eggman!
How'd you get here so quickly? No matter,
It's
your
on.
road ends here.
Uh-oh. Oh, we boss fight. Oh.
Say less.
Behold, my new power! Egg Beetle, go!
Oh. Inchers. Oh yeah, he looked locked in. What is
Yeah! You unsuspecting little hedgehog.
Okay, so I
My
can't boost
Egg
too
Beetle's
fast.
claws will tear you to shreds!
Are you blocking
Bounce
me
away!
off as I run?
Take this!
Oh.
Take this! You little... Take this!
Thank you. Get this dude out of here.
Ha! Same as ever. All bark and no bite.
Yeah!
Dang, I gotta watch in slow motion how badly he died.
Ah, I gotta try that
definitely a
again.
D. Oh my god, a D.
And so now, after beating the boss, we find the Temple of Gaia. They find it. I don't know why I said I like I was there, but as they go into the Temple of Gaia, they put the Kairos Emerald on the platform, and what it does is it gives the Emerald its power, but it also fixes a part of the Earth, which apparently Tails had 4K 8K footage of, probably from the satellite. I'm assuming that's what it was, but that's how he pretty much figured out that the planet was fixed. Now, after doing all of that, we go to Spangonia. We go back there to go see the professor, where we run into fine shit himself, Amy Rose. But she doesn't realize that she's hugging Sonic and thinks that she's hugging just some random guy. And Sonic, you know, because if you don't know canonically, Sonic does love Amy. He just does not know how to express it. He genuinely is sad about the fact that Amy couldn't recognize him, and he like walks off really sad. After that, Professor Pickle tells us that we have to go to Haloska in order to find one of the other temples, and so we pretty much go there. Not gonna lie to you guys. There's no talking in this part like there should have been. I was genuinely tweaked out by the pure fact of I was playing this level and I was getting angry because of the parts where you're on the little cart thing and you have to like keep turning and all that, but it's really hard to maintain it to some extent. And then when it's coming to the boosting part, when you're like through the tunnels and you're just going side to side, it was genuinely irritating me because it feels slippery, and so I was just genuinely getting mad. So like, I did beat this level, and it was like after beating it, I got like a D, and I literally said hell no and pretty much restarted. So what you're saying is like the third attempt of this level, which I think I got like a C, because I was really confused on how I got a C, but I was just like okay, but I did die at one point, so I wasn't even mad about it. And yeah, I had to just run it back one more time. So y'all are gonna see this version of it, not the part where I was genuinely stressed and tweaked, but you're not gonna hear me talk for the rest of this video. So um this is after this part, this will be the end of the video. So I do hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any opinions or anything on what I said, please let me know in the comments. I would love to hear your feedback, your opinions, and everything. Sonic does mean a lot to me, and hearing other people's like criticisms, especially on my videos, explaining to me how they feel really does show that I do care about what I'm saying. And it's just like it would just feel great to see people actually talking about it. And so yeah, once this level ends, the video will end. So I hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.
Go! Woo! What? Why was I even sliding off? Why did I even...
Thank you. Much better.
Can't win them all.